recording. We are here. We're here. Let's do what we do. Let's open the show up. Let's open the show up. Let's go ahead and open the show up. Let's go.
Niggas mad as fuck, I'm on the plane right to the island. His baby mama fucking on me, hoping I acknowledge. She riding and she tryna help her son go play in college. Never stress about a bitch, I stay bringing up the drama. There's a 30 on my wrist, so when I look, the time different. Niggas faded falling off, but my time ain't ended. I was selling bars at school, I had to get my cheese different. On her knees, I had her second D on D&D, nigga. Speaking in my demons, seeing in my dreams, little nigga. You ain't never stopped a coupe right off a beam, little nigga. You won't believe the things I've done or what I've seen, little nigga. Push through the struggle, tryna buy a house on Mars, little nigga. Tell the camera, look, the weed be blowing indie though. Grab a couple posts, hop in the whip, you know what time he on. Heard that nigga Dre was at the store, we hop on feet and go. Leave the phones praying, yeah, alone, I'm tryna send him home. This bitch annoying, hoe, she all go, I guess that's off her bro. Young as hell, ain't even think much, she had him burning slow. Thought that we could save him, but he slow, that now shit ain't a joke. Goofy nigga think he rank with me, I'm tryna his ass a ghost. I ain't playing chopper spraying, turn your body in the mold. Hella bullets to his chest, a bitch gon' make him send a note. Can't complain, do my thing, bitches acting for a dose. Ain't a doctor, but I dig her down and then I diagnose. Slip a corner over a bitch head, which one I want. Tryna show her what it mean to really come fuck with a goat. Never insecure about a bad bitch doing the most. I'ma dig her down and show her why she fucking with a goat. Never stress again, little baby, yeah, you fucking with a goat.
That is YRTJ with NSA. Never stress again. We are back. We are back right now. We are actually recording live and we're on Twitch, right? So if you're on Twitch, tap in. Let me see how the Twitch stream is looking because my I ain't gonna lie, my Wi-Fi is trash. We don't have Ethernet set up yet, so we're kind of BS right now. So bear with me. If you're there, bear with me. I appreciate you guys. Bear with me. We're all good, right? But anyway, right? So if your timeline has been like my timeline, you've seen it, I've seen it, right? And so I wanted to tap into the truth. And the truth of the matter is, right? And I had to do this. I'm sorry, I just couldn't walk away from it, right? And so I'm gonna address it head on. Guys. And I'm sorry, this is not normally how I do my format of my Talk with Maserati podcast / stream, but I want to tap into it because it's so hilarious, right? So, and I know when I do this, I'm gonna be like, why would I entertain this? But I had to for a little bit. So I already got the stats loaded up. So we're gonna load up the stats real quick. Hold on. Oh, where'd it go? I thought I had it. Did I erase it? Maybe I did. I can put it back in. No worries. So we're gonna do this. I'm sorry, guys. So what we're doing here is Jim Jones, as of late, has been taking shots at Nas. He's been comparing himself and saying he's better than Nas. He has more records sold than Nas. He's charted more than Nas. And yes, I know he's cap. We all know he's cap. But nonetheless, it's content, and I'm gonna see some. So Jimmy, Jomo, you should know. Like bro should know better. But we're gonna compare them, right? We're gonna compare them. So let's get this. Let's get the stats in. And record sales, right? So I'm pretty sure you guys know, like I know. I'm pretty sure you guys know, like I know, that Jim Jones has not sold this many albums as Nas or nowhere near close, right? And then we're gonna go. Actually, let's just do this too as well. We're gonna do Wikipedia as well. So we're gonna get the numbers. We're gonna get Nas. We're gonna get Jim Jones up. Both Wikipedias up. Yeah, we're gonna do the whole nine real quick, guys. Because this guy's out his effing loving mind, bro. This dude is wild, right? This guy's wild. I didn't know Jim Jones was 48. I didn't know that. Okay, so let's go to the facts first. Okay. Well, Nas has over 20 million sold. Jimmy doesn't. So Nas has over 20 million sold, right? 35 million worldwide. Illmatic, 2 million US sales. That's platinum 2 times. It was written 2.6 million, triple platinum, right? Jim Jones has a platinum single, We Fly High, a gold single, Pop Champagne, and has never had a platinum album, right? Jim Jones has 3 top 10 albums. Nas has 16 plus top 10 albums, right? Nas has multiple entries in the top 100. Jim Jones, 2, Pop Champagne, We Fly High. Bro, like, I don't even know why I did this. I just did it to be petty, right? You know, but hey, guys, it's Talking Maserati, right? We're here. And it's just funny that I had seen, and granted, I don't know how Jim Jones got onto Nightcap with Shannon Sharp and Chad Ochocinco, but he was on there and he was talking real spicy to them about Nas. And I'm sitting here like, bro, you're nowhere in the same caliber as Nas on any storefront. Like, Juan, what's the deal? Like, no storefront. Like, bro, like, literally, Jim Jones compared to, like, Nas is, like, nowhere near the same. Like, nowhere near in the same atmosphere is Jim Jones to Nas. Like, bro, literally, like, I literally watched this and I'm sitting here like, bro, do you think, like, you know, Jim Jones is serious, and Jim Jones was serious. Like, he was really arguing. I'm like, bro, you're nowhere near Nas. And he's like, can you name a Nas song? Yeah, If I Rule the World. Owe Me. Hate Me Now. You know, Ether. One Mic. Like, nigga, we know Nas songs. Like, bro, I Know I Can. Like, bro, like, we know Nas songs. Jim Jones, we know 2 songs. Pop Champagne and We Fly High. And Certified Gangster. And we only know Certified Gangster pretty much because that was just like the first song we heard with Game on it. Without Game, the song is trash, right? So basically, this guy's out his ever-loving mind, right? Which is crazy, but with that being said, man, Jim Jones is crazy. Like, yeah, like, it be, and bro said the most wildest thing. He said his son didn't know one Nas song. I'm like, bro, your son is gonna co-sign for you. Your son's gonna say whatever you want him to say. Like, bro, you know what I'm saying? That's crazy. That's ridiculous. That is so ridiculous, bro. That's crazy. That's asinine. But anyway, moving on, right? So actually right now I was watching Captain America, right? I'm watching Captain America. This motherfucker wouldn't play, so I'm sitting here tripping out on that, right? But I was talking to a female friend of mine today, right? And we had like an hour and a half long conversation, right? And we were just talking about dating and stuff like that, right? And she was telling me how she wasted time on her past relationship because the guy wouldn't communicate, right? And I was like, hey, ladies and gentlemen, mostly men, because I feel like this is a safe manosphere, red pill space, differently than most. What's the problem? What's the real problem here, right? And a lot of times women say men don't communicate, right? And that might be the case. But are women asking men to communicate? Are y'all really? Like, I don't think women are. I don't think really women require men to communicate. I think women require men to tell them what they want to hear to get what they want. And I could be wrong. Could be wrong. I don't know. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Or it's transactional communication. It could be transactional communication, meaning when women want something from a man, whether it be a relationship, whether it be money, whether it be fun time. They hear what they want to hear. And the men will be saying what they want loud and clear. Man will be loud and clear what he want. Y'all don't hear that. Y'all hear what y'all want to hear, right? Y'all hear what y'all want to hear. Y'all don't hear the obvious truth. Y'all hear what y'all want to hear. And a lot of times, I was telling her, I say, listen, bro, me personally, it's just me. Like, right, I don't know what y'all do. I don't know how y'all do what y'all do. Just me personally. I'm gonna tell y'all the real, right? I'm gonna tell y'all the real. I'm gonna tell y'all the real. Sorry about this. I keep forgetting to do this every time I stream. I forgot I gotta change this. Every time. Anyway, I like to get that conversation out the way early. Like, we gotta have this conversation. Maybe first date. Maybe not. A lot of times, yeah, probably first date. Like, hey, this is what I'm looking for. I'm too old to be dating without no purpose or hanging out without no purpose. Yeah, nigga like swacking, nigga like clapping cheeks, but it's more to life than that. Well, yeah, it is. Let me stop being an asshole. Yeah, but you would want it to be, right? You would want to do more than that. And a lot of times people don't ask that. I don't know. Well, I'd have to ask more women, but I had to get more women on the stream and say, like, do they want to ask that? Or are they too scared to ask that? Or are they just in a position where they're like, well, if I ask, then maybe he might want me, or I don't know what it is, because in my mind, I'm thinking, if you really want to mess with a dude, if you really like a dude, wouldn't you want him to ask the questions like, do you want to be in a marriage? Do you want to date a woman with kids? Do you want to have more kids? Do you want to, this career paths? Do you see yourself doing this? Do you 50-50 on the bills? Do you feel like traveling? Do you like this? Wouldn't you want to ask them forever questions? Like, if you're going to be with someone forever, don't you want to ask those questions? Like, I would think that you would want to ask those questions. Like, that's just like saying you walk into an empty room, don't know what door is going to open, and just hit you with something. Bam. You just want to walk in. That's like walking into a situation and not knowing what's going to happen. To me, that's weird. That's mad weird, right? But a lot of times, y'all just be on whatever about it. On you whatever about it, whatever happens. Me per se, I prefer to have a direct line of communication. So me personally, I want to know what we doing. And sometimes I might not say nothing. I might just see where it go. Sometimes, okay, let's play that game. Sometimes I like to let things happen naturally. Like, okay, if we vibing, and I hate that word we vibing, because when you say you vibing, we just fucking. That's all they say. And we don't have no how I want to say it, we don't have no commitment to each other. We don't have no ties. We just doing what we do, and that becomes dangerous, right? So let's say that, right? At what point are we gonna get serious? What point are we gonna say, hey, look, we gotta build on this, because a lot of y'all out here wasting years that you can't get back in dating relationships. Dating relationships. Y'all wasting time with dating relationships that y'all can't get back. Which is crazy. Y'all know it's crazy. It ain't just me. Y'all know it's crazy. I ain't gonna say that. You know it's crazy. It ain't just me. But the fact of the matter is, what are you gonna do about it? Now, I could talk to the fellas and tell them to communicate more, but most likely they probably won't. Or I could talk to the ladies and tell the ladies, hey, what are your requirements? What are your standards when you're dealing with dudes? Like, are you requiring them to take you out on a date? Or do your dudes you mess with even go out on dates? Or do you just, hey, come over to the house, get your cheeks clapping, call it a day, and now y'all go together because you've been clapping your cheeks? Like, I don't know. You tell me. You tell me what's the deal. Make it make sense to me. Like, really make it make sense to me. Because how I see it, if you really like a person, you want to grow with a person, you're going to need that information. Like, how do you know how a person acts when they get mad? How you know how a person acts when they're happy or when they have a bad day at work? You got to have those type of conversations. And a lot of y'all don't have those type of conversations. Y'all really be on some BS. And I know it because I've been in them situations. I've been in some BS situations like that, right? So I know what really be going on, right? So for me personally, and it's just for me personally, I prefer up front to have those hard questions asked. Like I get it. If you're in your 20s, you just messing around. It's no big deal, right? I get it. In your 20s, and it's just whatever you're doing, whatever, right? It's no big deal. But when you get older, you gotta have some type of like purpose, some type of direction. And if a woman messes with a man with no direction, that's crazy. That's wild. That's next level. That's next level. Right? But yeah, so we talked right about that. And I was telling some things right about myself and how I approach things and communicating being as fully transparent as possible. Now, being transparent, right? A lot of people have a problem being transparent. I guess they don't want to spook someone off, or they're very closed off, or they say they protect their peace, they protect their energy. Stop the cap. Stop the cap. Y'all just like to lie. Y'all like to be sneaky. You like to lie. You like to hide stuff. You're not protecting your peace. You like to lie. You like to hide stuff. That's the problem. Now, you're not protecting your peace. You like to lie, hide, and sneak. I know it. I get it. Y'all don't like telling the truth. Y'all so used to lying, being sneaky. Yeah, I know. It's Caparoni Tony. But it's cool. Like, I get it. Like, I get that most people have a problem laying it all on the table saying this is here. Because, see, one thing I'm not finna do, I'm not finna be asking you where you at. I'm not finna be checking on your location. I'm not finna be asking about your ex, dude. I'm not finna be sweating you about no pussy. None of that. I'm too P for that. Too P for that. I got time for that. Been there, done that. I'm cool. If you rocking with what's we doing here, we're gonna communicate that. If not, go about your business. Go about your business. It's cool. I ain't tripping. Like, how many people it is on Earth? How many people? Let me see. Let me ask that. I want to know this question. Let's see how many people it is on Earth. There are 8.1 billion people on Earth. There are 8.1 billion people on Earth. You want to worry about one person that can't communicate, that can't talk. It's 8.1 billion people on Earth, and you worry about one person that can't communicate and talk. That they want to act weird. Okay, cool, whatever. Yeah, all right, cool. Like, that's fine. And then I don't have the time or energy to put up a fake facade, like being something I'm not, or to come in and have to act a way to appease you, to find you, to lure you in so you can like me. I don't have time. I don't have the resources to do that. So a lot of y'all gotta understand that too. When you're dealing with these women, fellas, be your authentic you. Be the goofy, be the weird you from up front. Communicate that. Because if you don't have the resources to upkeep that, taking them out to these fancy restaurants, the Nobles, the Taos, the Roof Chris, the Maestros, all these little eateries and these lounges and these brunches. Because it's not her fault that you introduced her to this lifestyle, because now she's expecting this from you. It's not her fault. It's really your fault. Okay? It's really your fault. It becomes your fault because you're the one who put it on the table. You know, she didn't ask for it. You gave it to her. Right? So now you have to understand from her perspective is, hey, I didn't ask for this. You gave it to me, right? I didn't ask for this. You gave me this. So now it's your fault. It's really your fault, to be honest. It's really your fault. So you can't get mad at her for that. You can't get mad at her for that. You have to understand that you the one who set the tone. But if you be fully transparent and be your true self, your transparent self, and be like, hey, look, this is just me. I like me personally, bro, I'm a little weird. I don't communicate the best because I prefer silence over argument or me saying something hurtful. I'll tell you no once. I'm going to say no. If you keep going, I'm going to be like, I'm just going to get quiet and not say nothing, because what you're going to make me do is tell you something that's worse than that no. Because I don't operate on emotions and feelings like that. You might think I do, but I don't. I don't feel it. I'm had the same face like, okay, what? One, you can't whoop me. Two, I don't care how you feel. 3, it's your problem, not mine. 4, like, what are we doing here? So you have to understand that. And being able to communicate, and communicate is not just yelling at somebody, telling somebody how like what you think or what you want, what you feel. Communicate is being able to hear someone and listen and hear what they're saying. Not just listen to what I said. Listen and hear what they're saying. And then communicate back with what you think and what you feel. So a lot of times, ladies, when y'all dealing with these men, they'll tell y'all what they mean, but y'all don't hear them. Y'all listen to what y'all want to hear. I see it 100 times. I don't, and this is just me, ladies. This is just me. I don't see how any woman can respectfully say she's in a situationship. I don't respectfully see how any woman can admit to being in a situationship. To where you're telling me this, and this is just me. Like I say, I could be wrong. This is just me. You're okay sleeping with someone who don't claim you, who don't want to be with you long term, who don't tell nobody about you, who's just okay just sleeping with you. But as soon as he gets someone that he really wants, he will claim them ASAP, be with them ASAP, and be committed to them, and leave you for them. And now you want to talk all bad about that person. No. You put it out there, y'all was in a situationship. You accepted that. Now, why do you think that is? Because you didn't ask someone to communicate. You didn't ask him what it was. And a lot of times, I know from experience, a lot of women don't want to ask what it is because they don't want to hear the answer. Because a lot of times, that's what it is. You know what it is. I don't rock with you. We just doing this. Or a lot of times, you might get the answer you want. Like, okay, we together. I remember when I was young, I was with this chick. We weren't even dating. I was just smashing, but we was smashing so much. We was always together, but I always had her around. And one of my partners was like, hey, that's your girl. I was like, nah, we just, smashing. I was like, oh, why buy the cow if you get the milk for free? Why buy the cow if you can get the milk for free? Why buy the cow if you can get the milk for free? And a lot of people think this way, ladies. I'm trying to tell y'all don't believe me? Okay, cool. That's why y'all wasting 5 years. Yeah, because they can't keep it P. They going to get attached. But yeah, they don't get attached. Of course they don't get attached. There's nothing wrong with getting attached. But get attached to the right person, right? Because here's the thing, right? A lot of females, and I told my friend this, like this. A lot of females like bad guys. They like the forbidden fruit. They like the bad guy image. They like the tattoos, the dreads, the whole look, man. They like the whole look. They like the whole bad guy look. But when the bad guy look be the bad guy actual actions, then it's a problem. Why you act like that? Bruh. You knew what it was and you knew what it was and you was getting it. But don't this I'm telling you, I'm not gonna get too personal, but don't think you meet a guy. He's in and out of jail. Tattoos up. He's in the streets. You think you having a baby by this man is going to stop him from being in the streets? Now you have a baby by this man. You have a son by this man. He's still in and out of jail, in and out of the streets, right? Then you have a daughter by this man. He's still in and out of the streets. You think, so you're telling me you never seen this guy being a street dude? You think he just became a street dude out of nowhere like that? Come on, P. Use common sense. Use common sense. Like, use common sense, bruh. You knew what it was when you was getting it because that's what you wanted. You're not going to tell your family that. You're not going to tell nobody else that, but that's what you liked. But you thought, well, he's going to change for me in this. No. People change when they're ready to change. And a lot of times it might be 20 years. It might take some people 20 years. My bad. Sensational. But here we are now, right? Here we are now. We're doing better now. Tad bit on the side. But yeah, so communicating this, ladies. And ladies, here's the thing. Whenever a woman, bro, I have a lot of conversations with women. I have a lot of female friends, and they're beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Man, here's the thing. And I'm gonna tell you that what he just said in the thing, right? Do you understand that most dudes have the same barber their whole life? Only reason they change is because they change location. They be getting the same haircut. Most dudes don't change up too much. Most dudes are kind of the same most of their life. Most dudes don't really change. They got the same pedigree. I'm pretty sure the same way this dude treat this woman, he treat the next woman. We're pretty much the same throughout. We change up little things here and there, but we're pretty much the same throughout, bro. So what I'm gonna say is this, right? What was I gonna say? Damn, I forgot what I was gonna say. But anyway, it doesn't matter, right? But I'm saying is this: a lot of times, females, when we do communicate, you ain't trying to hear it. We'll tell you flat out what it is, and you ain't trying to hear it. You only hear what you want to hear that makes you feel good and what you think looks good on the outside. You're not trying to hear the real. You're not trying to hear what we're telling you that's going to really make you feel good the right way. It's only to benefit your now, which is sad because when you really think about it, when you really break it down, y'all wasting 5 years, 10 years, 15 years when y'all could have saved yourselves. Like, I'm going to keep it real. And they might watch this, they might not. It's a few friends I have, right? A few female friends, they're married. And they tell me the same thing. I'm married, but it's not like that. What do you know? What do you mean it's not like that? You're married. Oh no, it's not like that. I checked out a long time ago. It's not this. He's this. That. Ma'am, you're married. Okay, how you shape it, cut it. You walk down the aisle. You said I do. For better or worse, to death do y'all part. You were married. Until I see a divorce paper, you're married, and it still lingers because, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's to the point to where it's like, if you marry somebody and you could tell me everything negative about this person that you married to, love and respect, and you say that this it's just over and you ready for the next, I feel kind of like, why did you get married? Because at some point you had to love this person, or you just married for a certain benefit from this person. And when you got what you wanted, you're gone. And that's just for me a whole wrong way. Because if you love this person to death, they did everything right and chose to marry this person, why did you marry this person? And now why do you want to unmarry this person? I've never been married because that's something I take very seriously. I'm not going to unmarry somebody. That's just not happening over here, champ. That's things we don't do. That's something I don't play with. So I never mess with a married woman. I'm not going to start. You know what I'm saying? I should have had more water because I don't know if I'm gonna stream this long because I'm actually streaming and recording this episode for my podcast and streams. So I think I'm gonna stop the podcast a little early and we're gonna stream and just talk crap. But yeah, communication, right? And I think because there's so much, social media plays a big part because there's so much disconnect. Like you can text, you can do all this other stuff, and then you got ladies, and I think the communication with ladies changes because every time a woman wakes up, she has 20 niggas in her DMs about, hey, beautiful, hey, queen, this and this and that. So she wants that type of communication daily where she's reaffirmed or she wants to be hyped up by her man, right? And it's kind of hard because a lot of dudes get comfortable, knowing their woman is beautiful. Yeah, he knows she's beautiful every day. He might not say it, but he knows it. But it might not come off like he does. He might not say it like that, but he knows it. He knows it. He wants to say it, but in his mind, he's like, she knows I think she's beautiful because I'm always on her. I'm always hugging her. I'm always slapping her ass, but she don't hear it. So she needs verbal confirmation from her man that she loves. And that's the big difference. And so I think that's the biggest disconnect right there. And I think open communication and being able to tell somebody, hey, this is what I'm missing, this is what I'm lacking. I need this. Before it's a big gap in the relationship, or when you're dating somebody, like I think, social media makes everything so, bro. bro. I think. Hold on. Let me. I want to get comfortable because I want to say it like this. I want to get like super comfortable. Hold on, my bad. Social media makes things so like. Social media make things so like watered down to the point to where you're like. People say love. There we go. There we go. I'm able to. There we go. People say, hold on, because I can get this just how I want it. Sorry, guys. Bam. People say love so much, like it's just watered down, so you don't really get the full effect or the full value of it. It's not like it used to be. And then when you was like a teenager and someone would say it, it'd hold more value. It don't hold the same value no more. It's not like there. It's like, you know. So I think now love is in the realm of bro and entrepreneur. Those are two words that are just three words: love, bro, and entrepreneur, just thrown around. You know, nobody know what love is. I think love is loyalty over everything. Being loyal to someone, when you put someone before yourself, when you act, it's an action. Really, it's an action, bro. Is when you think about somebody. It's really hard to say that because a different person would bring out a different level of love for you, right? And it's the difference between loving someone and being in love with someone. So you could love someone like, oh, I love you, my nigga. But being in love with someone is totally different. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's a big misconception we have with people. I think that's a big misconception we have because we never really understand that focus. Hold on. I might get too come and fall asleep on y'all. Y'all gonna see me sleep on the stream. Y'all might see me sleep on the stream. But no, I think that's the biggest misconception right there is being in love and loving someone. It's a totally different thing, right? And I don't think people get that. I don't think they really understand that. Hold up. Tired. Man, I don't know how they be doing them long ass streams. But communicating, right? And this is a good one. So, that was a good one, bro. Like, actually, healthy relationships require good communication. Like, in order to have a solid foundation in a relationship, if you can communicate, and I'm talking about healthy communication, not yelling, not having the need to be right, not talking at someone, but talking to someone, you need that communication. And a lot of people don't know how to communicate because people can't really articulate themselves. You guys understand there's a baseline of education that a lot of people don't have. And so when someone doesn't have a baseline of education, they can't properly articulate themselves. You feel me? When they can't properly articulate themselves to talk to you about how they feel and what they're thinking, it'll go nowhere. You'll really be stuck. You'll really be stuck in a situation where hey, I don't know. Like, it's just some BS. Like, I don't know. And so when I sit here and I think, I have to say, I don't know what I say, I have to say, I have to say, I'm telling you guys from experience of me growing in my person, understanding I've made these same mistakes. Like, when you really in a state of mind, yeah, in good intimacy, yes. When you're in a state of mind of saying, hey, can I be with someone? And when they upset me or make me mad, can I properly communicate that? We're not placing the blame on them. We're not making it a big deal and actually talking about it, getting over it, and moving past it. See, a lot of people can't do that. And can I hear a person make a complaint about me? Can I adjust that complaint, fix it, and be better after that? A lot of people can't do that. Ego and pride get in the way. Ego and pride will get in the way every time. Every time. I'm telling you, I've seen it before 100,000 times. People will always just sit there, get in their own way. Why? It's because we know that what's best all the time. We're this, we're that. We know everything. No, we don't. You think you do, but you don't. You know why? Do you know why? Most people have witnessed dysfunctional, broken relationships their whole lives, and they've seen a certain level of communication that they think is normal and they think is love, so they replicate that. They reciprocate that same type of energy. They don't know nothing else. That's all they know is that type of hurt. So that's what they do. They keep the cycle going, right? They keep that cycle going. That's all they know is hurt that way. And so when they get older, that's how they are. And they don't understand. See, a lot of us, bro, we lose good people based on that. We lose good people just based on bad communication. And we'll blame them. In our mind, we'll say, well, it's their fault because they do this. No, 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 no. It's your fault. You communicate properly. When you could have just said, hey, I'm sorry I did this. This is why I did this. Maybe we could do this. Maybe we can do that. But hey, what do I know? Hey, what do I know? I don't know. You say women don't got no type of accountability. That's why they, in parentheses, black women are always in your face arguing or yelling like they the right or like they the right or the cute. I don't know how you worded that, but okay. We're gonna pin that message. Bam. Okay. So, bam. So, with that being said, I don't honestly, I can't single out black women for this because what I've noticed is I want to say some more generational thing now because I'm seeing more modern liberal women do this. I think that because we're black and we date more black women, it's a cultural thing. But I am seeing a lot of other race women actually get more combative, not as more aggressive as black women. Black women are a little more aggressive. I will say that, but being more combative in the sense of argument and being more masculine based on the changes in roles. Oh, he meant broken women. Okay, he meant broken women. Okay, I'm about to say. Okay, yeah. Okay, I'll give you that because when you go through so many things in life, and I forgot what I was watching. I was watching something where it says that like single mothers and women who have to take as head on the household, they slowly but surely take on masculine roles. And when they get in relationships, it's hard for them to shed that masculine role, so they start doing masculine things. And so it causes them to want to be in control and causes them to want to argue. So that plays a big part. And with that being said, I say that to say this. It's understandable, right? But you gotta know when to turn that switch off. You gotta know when to turn that switch off. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be able to turn that off. I think I need some water. Yeah, hold on. I gotta get some water. Hold on, y'all. I gotta get some water. Y'all be all right. I love it. I love this. That you can just go midstream and get water and it's like okay. Like that is the coolest thing. Like so cool. Anyway, like I was saying, I just think the difference in how times are and how things have changed so much, right? But we're not gonna stay on that topic too long. Communicate better, guys. We are gonna move along. So let me go here. I got the thing. I'm gonna play it for you guys. You guys can hear it. Tell me if you guys can hear it. I'm gonna play it for you. You guys tell me what you think. Here we go. So if you guys can hear it. Oh. Oh, it was just regular sound. I was gonna say something. So last night, last night, it's a bar where we live at called 99 Bottles, and a security guard was shot. Security guard was shot in the head. I don't know what happened. Let me go to the comments. So we had a podcast going called Run to the Comments. And so what we're going to do right now, I'm going to go through some of these comments and see if I can find anything. Pretty sure they're not going to say nothing because most people don't. But, you know, what I am going to do is go to some other comments that are hilarious. Hilarious comments, actually. And I don't get too much. You know, but actually, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to say that for something else. But what I will say is this. What I will say is, bro, streaming is so fun right now because I didn't realize that you had to sit on here for 5 to 8 hours. What would I talk about for 5 to 8 hours? A lot of stuff, actually. So, what the heli? What the heliante? I got an hour, guys. The game comes on tonight. OKC. I might stream I might stay on while I stream to watch the game. Now, I could do that. Actually, hold on. I was gonna watch some. I was trying to watch Captain America, but the thing kept freezing, so I don't know why. But yeah. But hold on, guys. Hold on. So anyway, who do y'all think gonna win this? OKC and Indiana, right? And so here's the deal, right? Right? With Indiana. Oh, hold on. Oh no, hold on. We got some. I got something to play for y'all. Never mind. We got something to talk about. Hold up. Wait a minute. So, in the latest, greatest of Caparoni Tony, right? Before I let you guys go, and I mean let you guys go on the podcast house. We're gonna stay streaming, but the podcast guys, I'm gonna let them guys go so I can get that to YouTube, right? And we're gonna keep going on the stream, but I want to talk about my guy Travis Scott. Is this it right here?
I just thought it was disrespectful. I'm like, man, you know, we don't even want you here, to be honest. Like, we're not here to hognob with any rappers. And I personally don't like rappers who don't rap.
Right.
Like, I don't want to hear that. Like, I don't want it. So, you know, to come and interrupt the session, to do something backhanded and backbiting, and not for nothing, like, man, I didn't have to put my arm around you before. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, to go along with the title, so be it. He does this numerous times. You know what I'm saying? He'll do it with his mentor.
Right.
Ye. You know what I'm saying? He was even instrumental in the whole beef now, the Like That verse.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Egging that on. I don't want nobody who don't rap to egg nothing on. You don't rap. Stay out of rappers' business. You specifically stay out of rappers' business.
Right.
Don't do that.
Now, a few things I want to say before we go any further with this Pusha T and Travis Scott thing with Pusha T. You know why? For the life of me, I couldn't understand, bro, why I was on Pusha T's side this whole time, this whole beef. I couldn't understand why I always was a Pusha T fan, right? Then it clicked. I went and looked up. So I didn't know, bro. I've always been a Pusha T fan. I just been like, even when the Pusha T Drake, and I like Drake music, but I said I always like how Pusha T was pushing, right? So I'm like, bro, why do I feel like I'm understanding Pusha T's stance on all this stuff, right? Then I went and looked up his birthday. His birthday is May 13th. That is a real May Taurus for you. Mine is May 10th. His May 13th. We don't play. Listen, we remember everything you do. And once we stand on it, we are standing on it. Bro, we don't care, bro. We will go the distance. Once we don't like you, Once we don't like bro, once we don't like you, bro, it's we don't like you, bro. It's like, no, it's bro, it's we don't like you. It's we do not like you. Once a tourist don't like you, bro, once a tourist really don't like you, once you cross a tourist, bro, I'm telling you right now, especially a May tourist. Airport tourists, they look different. They a little more emotional, but a May tourist, bro, once you cross us, bro, like we hear every diss song, we know every video, we know everything we watch. We just be patient. We're gonna be there for you. We're gonna remember every last thing, bro. We do not forget. We forgive, but we don't forget. That's why I like the Pusha T situation. But now let me kind of now. Travis is from Texas. I'm from Texas originally. And I'm gonna defend Travis in a couple spots here because I do pay attention to hip hop, right? And so what I want to do is I want to play so I can find it. Let's see. Oh, here it is.
Nothing nice. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, checks over stripes. We back. We back. We back. It's all like an hour long. Nothing nice. Ooh.
I want to see what you. I'm looking for the right video. I'm looking for the right video. Hold on.
Nothing nice. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, checks over stripes. We back.
Okay, I couldn't find the video. I'll find it one day. But so I know Pusha T is saying that, you know, Travis is playing Spook by the Door. He's playing the spy. He's playing both sides where he comes and hangs around good music, but then goes and raps with Drake. Now, I don't know if that's true. Who cares? I'm not on here to talk about other grown men. But I just like music and I watch docs and I watch behind the scenes stuff. And I do remember two things. Actually, three. We'll start with Sicko Mode. When he got the verse, I forgot I was watching because I'm a big fan of Mike Dean, who produces a lot of Travis Scott music, who put Travis Scott on. I just like the way he sounds. And when Sicko Mode came out, Astro World, I was really in that mode of making that type of music. So I remember when he got the Sicko Mode verse, it was literally hours before they was going to drop it or hours before they was going to turn it in. So it wasn't a pre-recorded, it wasn't just sitting. So Pusha T said he been had it, he knew he was going to drop it, he was still cool, yay, yada, yada, yada. Whatever the case may be, right? Cool, whatever. But everybody knows Ye's relationship with Drake is weird. It's a bromance, whatever, right? Doesn't matter. So then, the Meltdown verse, right? Now, that's kind of awkward because they saying that I guess they had a thing out in Paris. And then remember, the Meltdown verse is 2 years ago, bro. Meltdown verse is 2 years ago. But they saying that they had a thing in Paris where he comes up there and plays some of his music, the Meltdown verse, but Drake wasn't on it. And again, they said Drake did the same thing, sent it to him last minute. Mind you, just a year ago, hold on, make sure I'm not tripping. Just a year ago, I make sure I'm not tripping, I'll get my facts straight. Hold on, make sure I get my facts straight. I'll get my facts straight. I always gotta get the facts straight. Okay. 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 So
Take your time, get your life, shut it down.
so yeah, Pharrell and Travis and Scott in Paris. Travis Scott performed at Pharrell's thing, right? Cool, dope. That's Meltdown. Cool, no problem, right? Bam. Now, the Kendrick and Drake beef. He said he egged it on. Me and my brother literally had to talk about this, right? So I rewatched this 3 or 4 times to kind of get a basis on this. The Rolling Loud 2024, right? We literally that May said, right? That May said 2024, Rolling Loud of when they said the album's coming, he's like, play that and we did that. They played a version where Future raps 2 verses. But Metro say, hey, which version you got? He tells the DJ. All Travis knows is the that's all he know. Does he know Kendrick's on it? Does he know? Who knows? But I will tell you this. The same relationship Pusha T has with Kendrick, so does Travis Scott have with Kendrick. Travis got some with Kendrick's, Goosebumps. So we do know they have a relationship, but who knows? But I just tell you like this. I'm a Pusha T fan. And the same way Pusha T do with the Taurus thing, that's how I do with the Taurus thing, bro. It's no holds bar, bro. You cross the line, you cross the line. That's what we own. That's what we own. But let's keep going. Let's go to social media. Let's go to social media, right? In other news, right? In other news. What are we on? Let's go to the comments, brother. Oh, the game. Let me go to the game tonight. My bad. I skipped off. My bad. OKC in Indiana. Who y'all got? Hold on. Let's see if they warming up. I'm pretty sure they are. Let me see if they warming up. Pretty sure they are. OKC in Indiana. It's going to be a good game. Oh, TV was already on. My bad. But yeah, it's going to be a good game, brother. Let's see. Who we got here? Ricky Bobby. But nah, OKC. I'm thinking OKC going to win this at home. But Indiana been playing with just tenacity, bro. With tenacity. They've been playing with crazy tenacity, bro. With crazy tenacity. Let me see. How y'all feel? Y'all in the chat. How y'all feel about y'all president dropping bombs on Iran? Hold on. You know, how y'all feel about that? Tell me how y'all feel about that. That's mad crazy. That is mad crazy. That is mad crazy, P. That is mad crazy. That is mad crazy. Dropping bombs, Iran. I don't know what's the point of that. I don't know what the point of that is. I don't know how to do this. Okay. There we go. So now we're good. We're good now. So basically, I don't like me. I'm not a political person. So I'm not gonna get too political, right? I'm not gonna get too political. I'm not too really good on political stuff. That's not my thing. I'm not gonna get too political. That's not my thing. That's y'all thing. That's not mine. I don't do that really personally. I try to stay out of that. But in that whole realm of political stuff, I will say, will it create World War III? I don't know, bro. It's Israel, Iran, Palestine, and us going to war. He bombed 3 times at nuclear sites. What does that mean? The gas prices go up? Who knows? I do know this. I fear, doing the fact that I have a son, I just hope if we go to World War III, if they draft, I know that might be a possibility. I have a son and a nephew, so if they do get drafted, I hope God just watches over them because that's going to get crazy. That's wild. I'd go. If I got drafted, I'd go. I know I'm too old, but I'd go. Rather than my kids go, I'd rather go to my nephew and my son go. That's just me. I'd rather go to my nephew and my son. I know I'm more equipped than they are. I'd rather go. I'd definitely say, hey, I'd go. I know that's not possible, but I would. But after that, it's all good. Hey, I got a question out there. To all the people who do stream, if you go out here and you stream, say what's up. Everyone who stream out there, are you upset that you didn't get into Streamers University? And if you didn't get into Streamers University, would you be okay going to Streamers Community College? Like, is there a big difference? Like, is there a big difference? I gotta show you. Hey, look. So I gotta tell them, hey, so follow my. I gotta do promotion, guys. So we gotta promote the Twitch, bro. So we gotta promote the Twitch. We gotta show them that we're streaming on Twitch live. You know, we gotta go Twitch. So they gotta find us on Twitch. How do we show them who we are on Twitch right now? Oh, they can find us on Twitch. So they can find us on Twitch. We are streaming right now on Twitch. We are live on Twitch streaming. Go follow the Twitch. Maserati Shows on Twitch. We are streaming right now. I'm doing shameless promotion while we're streaming, but right now. But like I was saying, guys, while we promoting the Twitch, if you didn't get into Streamers University, would you be okay with going to Streamers Community College, or is it the same thing, or is anything different? What would you do? Like, I don't know. I think that did Ray J? I'm not sure if Ray J went on to if he committed Streamers Community College or was it someone else. But I think, bro, great idea for people like me that like really just, I'm not on here to get money. I'm on here just like, I love just talking. I love just like the fact that someone like me can actually hop in this room and try something new and just kind of talk to people and kind of really invest time and energy and learning something new and kind of getting out there. And I got some great things coming your way, guys. Doing some great stuff though. You know, and just doing some next level stuff. What I do want to do is build a online presence and just have fun. That's probably people do more. But it's probably the longest stream I've done, to be honest. I haven't done one this long, but we are chilling. But we talked about crazy ass Jim Jones. And hey, so hold up. Let me ask this question. We're going to go back to Pusha T for a little bit, right? We're going to go back to Pusha T. I'm going to see right here. Hold on. Do you think because clips are dropping, because the clips are dropping an album, that is it a far reach for how Pusha T is calling out Travis Scott? And is Travis Scott gonna respond? Does he need to respond, or does it matter? Because he said Travis Scott's not a rapper. He doesn't rap. I think Travis Scott is bigger than a rapper. I'm a big Travis Scott fan. I like the music he does. I think Pusha T, they used to be label mates. I think they were on the same label at the same time. They was on Good Music at the same time. And like he said, you know, the lines on So Be It. I just feel like Pusha T can be in a spot. I mean, Travis Scott can be like, bro, I'm not going to say nothing, bro. Like, whatever. Let him have his feelings. Like, because he's speaking up on something that Ye does. Like, wasn't like Ye was cool with Drake when Pusha T had a problem with Wayne and them. So I don't know. Or maybe you think Pusha T's finding an easy target. Like I say, that tourist mentality is all holes, no holes bar. So I don't really know for sure. But I would say that it's interesting to watch. It's kind of funny. It's kind of funny to watch. Oh, another news. Yeah, what other news we got? Hold on. It was some other things I want to tell y'all. Just news, just regular news, my guy. Oh, so they closed 99 bottles today. It is closed because of the shooting of the security guard. You guys be careful out there. Trying to see. Well, no, I find it interesting, actually. Let me say this. How streaming has taken over, how a lot of younger people watch TV and how older generations don't really understand it. Like, they don't get the concept of it or the interestingness of it or how it's popular. Like, I talk to older people, they're like, oh, I don't get it, or why is it this and that? I find that interesting. Do y'all? Like, what do y'all think? Like, when I was watching Streamers Prom, that was interesting. Streamer's prom was kind of interesting. It was just, clipping. That's what I was going to ask you guys. That's what it was about. Bam. Clipping. Do you guys prefer to do your own clipping or somebody clip your page for you? Do you have a clip team? How do y'all do y'all clipping? Someone let me know. How y'all do y'all clipping? Do you actually make a whole nother clipping page and clip yourself? Or do you clip on your main page on IG or your clip? I know every page got to have its own clip page. I know TikTok should have a clip page. Instagram should have a clip page. And then do you do your main page as the clip page or do you do different one? Like, what's your format? I'm just asking for some game. Just give me a little bit of game. I'm just got my foot in the door. Let me know what's up. All right. Y'all have a blessed one. Hey, listen, I'm going to hop off stream for a little bit. I got some things to do. Then we're going to hop back on stream when the game starts. Wow.